ASMR Retro. This is my third Q&A video. It's been a while. I think the last one I did was late November. So I have a huge batch of new questions for you. And I better get started or else I'm not going to have enough time. But before I do, if you have any questions you want me to answer in my next Q&A video, please leave it in the comments below. Alright, let's get started. So the first question comes from Lisa S. And she enthusiastically asks, Mr. Retro, your channel seems to have the momentum of a runaway freight train. Why are you so popular? A tough question, but a fair question. Some viewers respond to my soothing whispers. Others are more impressed by my extensive comic collection. Still, others are by my determination to keep making videos, and the bureaucrats at the YouTube offices can put that in their pipes and smoke it. Okay, I'm just joking. That wasn't a real question or answer. That was actually just some Simpsons humor. But I'll get to the real first question. So, I'll start off at number 31. So this is the 31st question that was asked. So obviously the last video ended off at number 30. And this question is by DOUBLETJOHNSON space BOI. And it's Double T Johnson Boy. Double T Johnson Boy. Or Double It Johnson Boy. And he wants to know, his question is, hey Retro, do you remember what your first VHS experience was? If so, what was the tape? So, first VHS experience. So that's his question. Man, I love that question because I actually do remember my first VHS experience. Now basically, I'm talking about the first VHS that I owned, or that my family owned. So, I mean, I've experienced VHSs before that at relatives' houses. At the house of relatives. But I remember when my dad came home with our very first VCR. This was probably in the mid 80s, maybe 87 at the latest. And it was a shiny new Zenith VCR, which also had a Zenith TV, by the way, but that's another story, and they do have a story for that. So yeah, and the very first tape was it was an instructional video that came with the VCR to explain in detail how to use the features of the VCR. And I very clearly remember that my dad forced me and my brother to watch it because, so we can learn how to use the VCR properly. And even though I was pretty young at the time, so I didn't really understand everything that was going on, but sorry, I had to pause it there for a second. There was some dog war going on outside. But yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, I remember in this video that there was this progress bar at the bottom, so it would move to the right, I think, and when it moved all the way to the right, that means that section of the video was over, because it was like divided into chapters, and I thought that was like the coolest thing I ever seen. So I remember that. I remember what the guy looked like and everything, and yeah, that was my first VHS experience in terms of VHS that I owned. And I remember actually I must have watched that tape more than once because I remember it a lot, and I asked my brother, like, did we watch this video like multiple times? He's like, yeah, I think so, because we didn't have very many other tapes at first, so it's kind of a weird thing for a kid to watch, but I guess I was fascinated by it. And then I was like, wait a minute, let me check on YouTube to see if someone uploaded this tape. I mean, the odds of somebody uploading this are very small, but let me just check. And my goodness, I found a copy of that, not a copy of the tape, but somebody uploaded that tape to YouTube, and my goodness, the memories just came back. It was just amazing. Like, it was like going first bar at the bottom that I was talking about. And I remember this guy, this host, exactly, in the sound of his voice and everything. And yeah, and there's my VCR. There's Retro's first VCR. Man, the memories I had with that thing, like, and it's crazy. I remember like all the buttons and all the knobs and exactly where everything was. It's just, it's sad that the VCR is no longer with us, but it served me well, definitely. So yeah, my first VHS experience was with the Zenith VCR instructional video. But I also had, my dad also bought a Transformers VHS. It was episode 4 of the first season. I think it's called something like something to Oblivion, Pathway to Oblivion or something like that. But yeah, so I'll write that answer for you. Was Zenith VCR video. Great question. Thanks, Double D Johnson boy. Alright, next question is, pick a different marker color here. 32, and it's asked by Jeez. He said, man, M-E-N. Oh, jeez, man. Oh, jeez, man. Oh, jeez, man. And he wants to know, question is, when will you do a face reveal? When will you do face reveal? So when will you do a face reveal? I've been asked that before, and I'm not really planning on doing a face reveal. I mean, I kind of joke, like, once I get 100,000 subscribers, I'll do a face reveal. So, in other words, I'll never do a face reveal, but I might start showing, like, a little bit more of my face, like the lower portion of my face, kind of like I did in my very first video where I was shaving. But I'll just be talking instead of shaving, but I might do that, I don't know. But basically, the answer is probably never. Probably never. But maybe if I get 100k subs. Okay, thanks, jeez, man. Next question. Is number 33, and it's by Jeff, Jeff Allen. Jeff Allen, how's it going, Jeff? So actually he has quite a few questions, so I saw some of the movies that I saw was Ford versus Ferrari, Star Wars Episode 9, Glass, Pokemon, Aladdin, Endgame, and Jumanji 2. I think Jumanji 2 came out in 2019. But I don't know, I would say of those ones, let me see, I liked Episode 9. It wasn't nearly as bad as a lot of people said. Endgame was okay, but I liked the first one better. What's it called? Infinity War. And I don't know, I'd probably go with Ford versus Ferrari. I enjoyed that one a lot. Yeah, I'll go with that one. So, Ford, or I think it's Ford v Ferrari, because that's what they do now. Nobody has time to pronounce all the letters and whatnot. Okay, next question is Galactus or Anti-Monitor. And to be honest with you, I don't know. I didn't know who Anti-Monitor was, so to me it sounded like a antivirus program or something like that, but I looked it up and yeah, I just don't know enough about him to make a decision on that, so I'll say IDK. IDK means I don't know. And next question is Thanos versus Dark. I believe you pronounce it Darkseid. I know Darkseid is from the DC universe, and I have heard of him. But yeah, I don't know nearly enough about him to be able to judge. I mean, I would guess Thanos, but I don't really know. So once again, I'll say I don't know. Sorry I couldn't answer those last two questions, at all. But I do thank you for sending in your question, Jeff. I appreciate it. All right, now we shall use the color of orange. Orangey. Okay. Wow. Only did 3 questions so far. Gotta get moving. Okay, number 34. Right? Yeah, 34. And this is by COLLINCABRERA. Colin Cabrera. How's it going? Colin wants to know. Question. Who is your favorite Transformers character, and are you strictly a fan of the original Generation 1 era? So, fave Transformer and Generation 1 only. Just what's the word am I looking for? Paraphrasing, that's it, paraphrasing the question. So my favorite Transformer, man, I like a lot of them, but I mean the obvious answer is Optimus Prime, without a doubt. I mean he was everybody's cartoon dad at the time, you know what I mean? Like he's that, heroic character that always seemed to know what to do and always was there to save the day and all that stuff, so I would definitely say Prime, but there's a lot of other characters I liked. I liked Megatron, of course, for much different reasons. When I was a kid, I didn't like the Decepticons too much, but when I got older, I started to realize how cool they were, and I kind of started to like them a little bit more than the Autobots. But yeah, Starscream was cool, Soundwave, Blaster, Bumblebee. Definitely when I was a kid, Bumblebee was someone that I connected with. I think most kids did. That was the whole point of them. But yeah, overall, I have to say Optimus Prime. And the second part of the question, do I only like the Generation 1 era? I would say mostly, especially when it comes to the cartoons. But when it comes to just like, let's say, the toys and the comics, I like pretty much everything. Oh, and I also like the Beast Wars episodes. But yeah, I mainly like Generation 1 era, but not exclusively. And I think the toys are actually, in a way, the newer toys are a lot better than the older ones, or most of them are. Except for the fact that, man, some of them are just, it just takes forever to transform these things. And, you know, you don't want to spend 20 minutes transforming Optimus Prime. You know, sometimes you just want to do it quick, but the new toys are very cool to look at. And, I mean, not that I really play with them anymore, so I guess it doesn't really matter how long it takes to transform, but, so I guess the answer is mostly G1. Mostly. Okay. So that answers your question, I hope, Colin. Thanks for sending it in. Now let's switch colors. We'll go back to blue. Trusty blue. Man, it's such a noisy day out there today. There's cars honking, dogs barking, someone's blasting music. Don't they know I'm trying to make an ASMR video? Yeah, I guess they don't. Okay, number 35 is by Josh M-O-O-R-E. Josh Moore, I guess. And Josh wants to know, what is your favorite type of ASMR video to make? So, question. Fave ASMR video to make. Honestly, I might have answered this question already, but or a similar question anyways, but typically I like doing the creative videos where there's some kind of animation or some, you know, video editing or something like that. Like, you know, when I did the Halloween videos, I did the review of Nightmare on Elm Street, the movie, and I drew that little comic strip. There's another video where I recreated the opening of Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1. So things like that are pretty fun to do, even though I typically find that the more creative videos take a lot more work to do, but they get less views for some reason, so there's that. But still, I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy videos like this where I interact more with the viewers. I'm thinking of actually doing a video premiere, so a premiere video, so it's kind of like a live video, sort of, and so while the video is playing, we can chat, and, you know, I don't know, maybe it'd be nice to interact with you guys in real time, I guess. And then eventually maybe I can do a live stream, but I'm not really confident enough to do that yet. Anyway, so the answer to that one is creative videos. Alright, thanks Josh, I appreciate the question. Now let's switch to green. Green. And this is question number 36. And it is by Yes. That's actually his username. Yes, I have a question for you. Are you a Daniel Bryan fan? Just a guess. So Yes wants to know, who is your favorite ASM artist? Sometimes I say artist, sometimes I say artist. But he said artist, so wait, no, that's okay. Fave ASM artist. So that's a good question. I looked at my subscription thingy and I saw that I'm subscribed to over 400 ASMR channels, which is crazy, even though only maybe like, I don't know, 10% of them actively make videos on a regular basis. But so it's hard to pick a favorite, because the things with ASMR, I don't know if it's just me, but if you watch one particular artist for too long, you get immune to their style, and then you have to switch. So you gotta like switch back and forth between creators. But just skimming through my subscription feed, I came up with a few. So I'll name like 2 popular ones, 2 big channels, and then 2 smaller channels that I like. So one of them is, I think this is a very well-known channel. Most of you will be aware of who she is. Softly Galoshes. whispering in my ASMR videos, but he does like a soft-spoken style, but it's very, very good. Definitely triggers me, so check him out if you haven't already. Now there's a smaller channel. I say smaller, I don't mean that in an insulting way. Her channel's bigger than mine, but compared to the other ones, I guess it's dreamy whispers ASMR. I've been watching her for maybe like a year or something like that. She has very good videos as well, and she does a mix of like roleplay and just general mouth sound videos and all that kind of stuff. So I like her videos. And the last one is Tracy ASMR. I think her channel is relatively new, and man, she makes really. I keep mentioning roleplay videos, but man, hers are like really, really good. Especially the ones where like she's a nurse or a doctor of some kind. Very, very good videos. So yeah, those are some of my favorites. But honestly, I have so many. Like, I can come up with a list of like 20 that are just amazing. So okay. So thank you. Yes, hope that answers your question. And now we're gonna go to the color pink and question number 37. 37, and it is by Frenchy Fries. Frenchy Fries. Frenchie would like to know, what is your favorite comic series and why? So, fave comic series and why? So, answer. I think I have definitely answered this one many times in different formats, but I don't mind answering it again. It is, I have to say, the Transformers, the original Marvel 80-issue run. Why? I'm just a Transformers fanboy. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I've always had that connection with the Transformers, and of course, it's a very good series as well. So, really good artwork, especially in the last like 10 to 20 issues. Amazing artwork and intricate storylines and a lot of cool characters and stuff like that. So, I don't know. It's just, it always stuck with me. So, Transformers Marvel. And why? Because I'm a fan. Boy. Okay, so that's pink now. And, oh yeah. Okay, so thanks Frenchy Fries for your question. Alright. Fresh new piece of paper here. And we are moving on to, where is it? Question 38. And it's by Owen Francis. Hey Owen, Owen wants to know, who is your favorite rapper of all time? Fave. Fave rapper. Let me think. Rap is not my first choice of music, although I do like it. Most of the rap I listened to was in the 90s and some late 80s. Some people that come to mind are Tupac, Biggie, Snoop, Eazy, Dr. Dre, Eminem, Drake. I like Drake. I don't know why so many people hate him, but I think he's pretty cool. He's a fellow Canadian, so I have to like him. And then like some more old school stuff like Run DMC. And there's a Canadian rapper, Maestro Fresh West. I'm not sure if he was really known in the States, but I really liked him when I was a kid. I still do. But I don't know, my favorite Candy is just such a character, you know what I mean? Like such a mythological, legendary character. I mean, obviously a lot of the stuff he rapped about was extremely exaggerated, but I don't know, just a classic character in the rap world, I guess. So I'll just go with Eazy-E. Okay. Not that I think he was actually the greatest, like actual skilled rapper, you know what I mean? But it's more about his image and his character that I like. Okay, so thanks, Owen. I appreciate the question. I hope you like the answer. You don't have to agree with me, of course. You can have your own favorite. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to blue. Back to blue. Number 39. And it is by Shakier. 77. Shakier Turtle. 77. Not 76. I hate that guy. But 77, he's the man or woman. I don't know. I'm kidding. No offense to Shakier Turtle number 76. He might be a good person. I was just kidding. Okay, so Shakier Turtle 77 wants to know, do you have a favorite comic book artist? So, fave comic book artist. And not really. I mean, I don't really follow comic book artists. I mean, I have a hard enough time remembering comic book characters, let alone the names of artists and stuff like that. But I will say I generally like the older style of art, typically pre-1993-ish for Marvel anyways. I know that's leaves a wide range of styles, but not so much a fan of the newer style of art, but whatever, to each their own, right? So sorry, that's the best I can answer. So basically, favorite comic book artist. Yeah, do I have a favorite comic book art? No. Do I have a favorite comic book artist? Not really, but pre 1993-ish styles, because it's more than one style, of course. Alright, Shakier Turtle 77, thanks for the question. And, okay, now we have another question by, well, first let's go to color green, and this is number 40. Yeah, 40. And it's another question by Frenchie Fries. And their question is simply hair reveal. Okay, you want a hair reveal. I'm a little nervous about that. I don't know how I feel, but okay, hold on. Let me get on camera for a second. Okay, there I am. So hair reveal, you want to see what's under the hood, I guess, right? Okay, I'm a little bit shy, so don't judge me, but I'll do it on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There it is. What do you think? Not too bad. Been growing it for about maybe 3 or 4 months. I like the way it's coming along. Sometimes I perm it, sometimes I straighten it. Maybe I'll dye it soon too. So yeah, I feel better. I'm glad I revealed my hair. It's good to get that out of the way. Alright, thanks Frenchie Fries for your question. Now, I guess I have to answer that. Or I gotta write something down. Well, I guess I revealed it, so something like that. Okay, moving on to number 41, and I'll cycle back to pink. kind of retro video games, but I do play newer games, like not necessarily brand new or even recent, but somewhat newer. So a few of them are like Skyrim, Doom 2016, the Borderlands series, and Fallout 4. Actually, I might have some newer games on Steam that I bought, but I haven't actually played them yet. So basically, I do like newer video games as well. I just find that they're a lot more involved. Like, it takes a lot more time to play these newer games, unless it's like a casual phone game or something like that. And it's hard to find the time to, sink 40 hours into a game or more. But I do. So I don't know, in terms of favorite, I don't know, I'll say maybe Skyrim. But I haven't played that in a while. But maybe I'll start up again. So, do I like newer video games? Yes. And you also want to know favorite. And I guess I would say Skyrim. Is that right? Is that how you spell it? I think so. Okay, thanks, Leonardo. Thanks for the question. And now, what comes next? 42, obviously. And 42 is orange. Orange. 40 deuce. 40 deuce. And there's the dog again. That dog needs to chill. I'll watch some ASMR. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I'm just gonna keep on going. Ain't nothing gonna stop me now. So 42 is by Boom Killer. Boom Killer, Boom Killer, Boom Killer. And his question is, I have a question. Name your top 10 favorite candies and treats. So, fave candy and treats. So man, there's so many that I like, but I'll just come up with the top 10, or not top 10, just 10 that came to my mind. But one of them on the list is definitely my top of all time. But in no particular order, I'll say Honey Dijon chips. I think they're by Kettle. Yeah, Kettle. Honey Dijon chips, so good. Jolly Ranchers, of course. Jolly Shares candy. Ferrero Rocher chocolate. What else? Peanut butter sandwich with honey. Peanut butter, the peanut butter sandwich with honey. What else? Hershey's cookies and cream. The Hershey's cookies and cream chocolate bar is so good. What else? Kit Kat. It's good. Oh. Ketchup. Doritos. They used to have these ketchup flavored Doritos. I can't really find them anymore. Maybe it's just a temporary thing. I guess apologize if I miss your question. It's not on purpose, so ask it again. I apologize if I miss anybody. So I almost missed gamer. Guys. Gamer for life. And they would like to know, favorite comic. Mine is Infinity Gauntlet, so fave comic. So depends on what you mean by favorite comic. If you're talking about like my favorite series, like the favorite title or book, I guess, however you want to call it, I would say Transformers. Like I said before, Transformers. 80 issues. So the original Transformers Marvel would be my favorite series, but if you're talking about a mini-series, yes, I agree that Infinity Gauntlet, which was 6 issues, that would be my favorite. But if you're talking about like my favorite individual comic, that would be Amazing Spider-Man number 317. That's one of the, I think it was like the 4th appearance of Venom or something like that. Him and Venom and Spider-Man have a big fight, so, and I have a story about this. Maybe I'll tell it one day, but yeah, so there's my answer to that. So thank you, gamer guys, gamer for life. Okay, just a few questions left. And we are on, after blue comes green. Gotta maintain the order, it's very important. Very, very, very important, you guys. 44 is by Tricks Animations. And their question is, what was your first ASMR experience? First ASMR experience. The first time I remember having an ASMR experience was I was in grade 4, which I believe in the States you guys say 4th grade, but we say grade 4 up here in backwards land, Canada. And I remember I was doing I was in the library and we were doing a project, me and this other student. And so of course we had to whisper to each other because you have to be quiet in the library. And I remember he was writing down the answers on a piece of paper, and the sound of the pencil like scraping on the paper was giving me tingles. And then he would whisper like, you'd read the questions and say, oh Nick, what do you think about this one or whatever, and I'd be like, totally tingled out or whatever. I'd be like, oh yeah, whatever, that's good, yeah, just write whatever you want, because I was like melting in my seat. And then when he was writing, he would like whisper sort of unintelligibly, like he would like whisper what he was writing. And man, that was my first experience, very relaxing, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. I didn't really care. But yeah, I think that's what started it all. So yeah, so to answer that in written form, I would say, how do I explain that? Library tingles. Grade 4. Alright, thank you, Tricks Animations. Thank you for your question. is number 45, 45, and it's another question by Boom Killer, Boom Killer, and they ask, what's your favorite video game system? Fave game system. My favorite game system, I would definitely probably say the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System. I definitely, I don't know, I don't know, that's hard to say, like I really like the SNES too, but I think most of my childhood memories, or my favorite ones, are of playing NES games. So yeah, I would definitely say the NES. So thanks, Boom Killer. It's sorry, I don't know what else to say about that. It's pretty quick one to answer. Okay, number 46, which will be orange 46, and I'm sorry, I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce this. I want to say Xavier, but I know that can't be right. It's, man, I don't know. Sorry. Javiers. I'm not 100% sure. Sorry about that. But they would like to know. Question. Hey ASMR Retro, I was wondering if you had a boys' stable. Boys' stable. And when I first read that, I'm like, what the heck is a boys' stable? I thought that's like something like a boys' band or something like that. Yeah, I looked it up, and it's basically a wrestling thing where you just pick you pick 6 wrestlers. That, from what I understand, it's like 6 wrestlers that are either not that good, but you like them anyway, or just wrestlers that are they don't necessarily suck, but they're just not popular for whatever reason. So I think that's right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it seems like a pretty fun idea. So here is my answer after some careful consideration. Number 1, and these are in no particular order, but Gangrel. Number 2, Kurgan. You newer, your younger wrestling fans may not know who these guys are, but number 3, Steve Blackman. He was actually pretty good, actually a really good wrestler, but didn't really have much of a personality, so that definitely limited him to how far he could go. Number 4, the Great Titus. No, not the Great Khali. Titus O'Neil. I think that's how you spell it. Titus O'Neil. Number 5, Santino. And number 6 is the Great Vladimir Kozlov. It's funny because me and my brother used the name Kozlov as a verb to mean when somebody botches trying to jump out of the ring. So if you look up Kozlov rope botch on YouTube, you'll see what I'm talking about. I think it was the Usos, I'm not sure who it was, but he was in a tag match and somebody tried to throw him over the top rope. But he screwed up. He tried to go through the middle, but I think it was the Usos who had the rope pulled down. Anyways, he got tangled up in the ropes, and he was trying to jump out of the ring, but he couldn't make it, and it just looked ridiculous. Even the commentators, I think it was Michael Cole and somebody else, they started cracking up because it just looked so funny. So yeah, every time I see a wrestler do that, I'm like, oh, he Kozlov. So yeah, so there's my boys stable: Gangrel, Kurgan, Steve Blackman, Titus O'Neil, Santino, and Vladimir Kozlov. Alright, thanks. Xavier, Javier, yes. Sorry, once again, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And finally is number 47. It will be blue. 47. And it's by Stare Down. Stare Down Death. And he asks, have you ever seen Full Metal Alchemist or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? And if you have, what did you think of them? So I'll just write Full Metal Alchemist. So he asked this on a, I don't think he wanted it to be part of the Q&A, like that's not what wasn't his intention, but I told him, okay, I'll answer that in my Q&A video, because I thought I had that movie. I was convinced I had it, but then when I looked at my collection, I couldn't find it, and then I'm like, okay, maybe I sold it or gave it away or something, so I looked it up on YouTube, and I'm like, I don't remember this movie. This is not, so I think I was thinking of a different anime movie that I thought was that movie. But I do remember seeing people talk about it on a message board, and it was on my radar of things to get and to watch, but for whatever reason I never ended up watching it, so sorry about that. I thought I had a better answer for you there, but basically, nope, I haven't seen it. Nope. Alright, so that does it for all the questions today. We answered quite a few. Thank you to everybody for sending in your questions. Sending in, it's not like you're mailing it to me, but for leaving your questions in the comments. And like I said, if you want me to answer your question for the next Q&A video, whenever that is, please leave it in the comments below. And if I forgot to, or if I missed your question, again, it's nothing personal, I just screwed up and missed it, so feel free to ask the question again and let me know that I missed it, so that this time